Did you realise you are homosexual? Not until that moment. You really have, yeah. What, sorry? Best man speech. My best man speech. David Williams. David Williams? I wasn't his best man. I wasn't his best man. I was heartbroken. I didn't do the best man speech. I helped him a little bit with his speech. No, I've never done a best man speech. Very wisely, all my close friends have decided to go, yeah, better not. I sort of did one for my manager. When my manager got married, I gave, but she's a woman. But I gave a speech at her wedding, which was pretty bad. Fuck it, there was a microphone. I thought I might as well treat it as a gig. People don't want sentimentality; they want some jokes. Apparently not. Fuck it, no matter. Since you used to be a slag is different from slag. Clearly different. What's my biggest fear? No. I'm not scared of spiders, I'm a grown-up. I don't really have like a phobia, but I'm worried. I do worry sometimes about being asked a question and not having any funny kind of response. What's that? Have I ever been with a ladyboy? What you said was, have you ever been with a ladyboy? But what I heard was a cry for help. No, but we've all got a friend that has. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Later. So that story always ends. I've never been with a ladyboy. I've never paid for sex, which has upset a lot of prostitutes. The best way to impress a woman is to compliment her. As in, Corr, you're a fast runner. You nearly got away. We all know that no means no. But what does it mean when they shout, help? It means the gags come loose. What annoys me? You know when you buy stuff and it comes in that super hard plastic that you cannot get a start on? Do you know the stuff I mean? And you end up chipping a tooth, and then you go and get scissors. But you'd never dream of getting the scissors first. You think, well, I'll try my teeth. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll give myself a nip. And then you go and get the scissors. And the worst thing is when you bought scissors, and they'll come in that stuff. Backseat drivers, they're all the same. Why are we going into the woods? Please let me go. Tell you what I love, and I bet you all love it too. The snooze button. Do you love the snooze button? Oh, yeah. I fucking love the snooze button, because I tell you what I need after 8 hours sleep. A nap. Strange but true, I wake up, I'm exhausted. Fucking hell, I need 5 minutes, just let the fucking edge off. How tiring is sleep? Have you got pets? Who's got pets? You got pets?
Yeah.
I can't have sex if the dog is looking at me. Those big eyes looking up as if to say, what are you doing? And that's why. We didn't fuck a dog. We made love. I got complaints last year from the Gay and Lesbian League. I didn't realise they had a league. Begs the question, how do you enter? I often get asked, are you ever going to get married? I don't think I ever will get married. I mean, you can't get married at 16 without parental consent. And that's not going to happen. They still think she's dead. I was only there to warm me up for this one. Did you all read that story? There was a story in the papers, it was a couple of months ago now, but it was... sticks in your mind. There's a story about a girl that was kidnapped and kept in squalid conditions for 18 years. Did you read that story?
Yes.
Was it just me that read that story and thought, 18 years in squalid conditions? Have a tidy round, lad. Make a house a home, you lazy bitch. Say what you like about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They can work to a deadline. It's alright, it's only a little bit of wordplay, a little bit of verbal trickery. No one's been hurt, nothing bad's happened. It's not like a drop kick to kitten into an orphan's face. Once, I did that once. And it was fucking funny, but you had to be there. I think I've sorted out the credit crunch. I thought you'd be pleased. But genuinely, I think I've had an idea that could put an end to the credit crunch. Because what's basically happened, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, everything was fine. No one quite knew how the financial system worked, but there was kind of virtuous cycle of trade and industry and commerce between banks and businesses and nation states, and it was all fine. Of course, when it collapsed, not knowing how it worked became a problem, because how do you get it restarted? Tell you what you do to get it restarted. Here's the big idea. You build a World Trade Center. I can see you sat there with your arms folded, looking all fucking cynical. Thinking, that's going to be a big building. We're going to have 2 of them. I saw the chief of the New York City Police on the news. He said, we will never forget 9/11. I thought I should fucking hope not. I should phone them. I do love these gigs. I mean, I love the fact that everyone gets it. Just everyone in the room gets, these are just jokes. You know, although some of them are incredibly brutal and cruel on a surface level, the irony is their only purpose in the world, despite being brutal and cruel, is to make people laugh, to make the world a more joyful place. It's quite a nice sort of thing. And I find these jokes funny. This is my sense of humour. I write these jokes. I hope you think they're funny too. But the jokes aren't who I am. I don't define myself by this kind of humour. I mean, in the real world, I'm quite a generous, you know, sort of a guy. I realise I sound like a dick when I say that, but I am quite a generous, you know, last year I donated a kidney. Of course, they wanted to know where I got it from. I was going to leave by asking about, I got a great question last year. I was in Liverpool doing a show and someone shouted out, favourite pub joke? Great question for me, because all I think about is jokes. I'm fucking autistic for jokes. So I told my favourite pub joke. I'll leave you with this. It's quite a rude joke. I think you're probably all prepared for that. What's the difference between football and rape? Girls don't like football. Oh, it's a textbook response, Truro. It's a laugh followed by a... The interesting thing for me is that that's not 2 distinct groups. There's not one group laughing and another group going, ooh. Those are the same people. That joke makes people slightly schizophrenic. Because you don't choose what you laugh at, do you? Laughter's like a reflex. Some of you have looked ashamed of what you've been laughing at this evening, frankly. But you don't choose what you laugh at. And your conscience is always late to the party. So you're halfway through laughing before your conscience turns up and goes, what the fuck are you doing? So I told it in Liverpool, it got a laugh, and a ooh. Then there was a pause, and a woman at the back went, I like football. Imagine that being your problem with our joke. Well, as I say, it has been a rare treat doing 2 gigs in one night on a Monday. You know, it's been such a lovely, attentive, wonderful audience. Thank you. Sorry, I realise I sound incredibly insincere when I said that. That is how my voice works. It's been really lovely talking. Thank you so much for joining in, the people that joined in. Thank you so much for coming out on a Monday night. I'll be back next year, hopefully on a better day of the week. I'll do my best. Thank you so much.